Hi, it's Ryan Charles with ALCOVA Mortgage in Midlothian. I got some staggering stats for you today. They're not necessarily good news, but it's going to amaze you when you listen to this. And I promise you by the end of this, I'm going to have a solution to this problem. So that way it's not just whining. All right, did you know that the median amount of money that someone has saved for retirement in this country? Guess what that number might be, the median number. It's less than $5,000. All right, I got a few stats for you. 35% of all U.S. adults have less than $1,000 in savings. So 1/3 of adults have less than $1,000 saved. Another 35% have $0 in savings, no savings at all. And then lastly, half of U.S. families have literally no retirement savings at all. So not just savings, but retirement savings. So half of people in the United States, you got 100 people sitting in a room, and 50 people in that room have no retirement, no money saved for retirement. So there's ongoing challenges too. Employers are going away from the pension plans that, like in the days of old, you can start to build pension over time. 401k matches. A lot of companies have gone away from the match or reduced the match, so it makes it harder to save for retirement. And then just the nature of the market right now, there's a lot more turnover in jobs and positions than there ever been. You talk to somebody in their 30s, they've had 5 jobs. Talk to somebody in their 60s, they've had 5 jobs. That's kind of crazy, and that's just the way that the market is. It's probably not going to get any better. It's probably not going to change. So what does that mean? I told you that I was going to come with a solution for this. A lot of bad statistics here. If you buy a house, and of course I want to talk about buying a house, that's what we do, right? If you buy a house, you have a forced savings account, and I've talked about that before in prior videos. But as long as you are not stripping the equity out through cash out refinances, through buying cars that you can't afford, then you're saving that money in the form of home equity. And even through modest appreciation, 3% or so, that is going to compound over time, and you're going to be left with a formidable asset. So buying a house is a solution to the lack of the ability for Americans to save for retirement. So consider that. If you haven't thought about buying a house before, you really need to. It solves a lot of the problems that people have. And then, I can't say it enough, don't be silly with the equity. It's what got us into trouble in the past, and I'm sure it'll get us into trouble again in the future, but only the buyer, the home buyer, can be smart with their money. So, anytime you want to talk about potentially buying a house, if you have questions, real estate, mortgage related, I'm glad to answer them for you. I'd like to be a resource. Reach out to me. The website is included below. Ryan Charles, ALCOVA Mortgage. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks. Bye.